why are we here today? Can you tell us?
Well, you're here today to see the first launch of the Hypervenom II boot, a boot we've been working on for the last 2 years. We're just really excited to present it to you.
Yeah, so it's right here. What is the new Hypervenom all about?
So for the new Hypervenom, we've really focused on the deadly agile player. So taking influence from athletes like Neymar, really focusing on his game and his playing style. And he's kind of like that deadly agile player, the last third of the field, weaving through defense, making those goal-scoring opportunities, and ultimately scoring probably the most goals. Yeah. So that's where we've really enhanced the agility on this boot.
So if you have to say a couple of key areas in the Hypervenom, what would they be?
Yeah, in global football we design around fit, touch and traction, and I think fit is one of the key areas we really innovated around. Every single feature on this boot involves new innovation. We really focused on how the foot moves within a boot. The problem we needed to solve is how do we keep the foot on top of the plate. We've done that by using Nike Flywire. So we really kind of like lock the foot down onto the plate. So like you can see here, there's early exploration of using Flywire. We get involved in Nike campus a lot with the biomechanics and foot experts who really kind of inform us where on the foot we can really need to lock down, and also like the high flex areas of the foot. So we really focused on like the first metatarsal head and the fifth metatarsal head. And this is where we could really anchor down the foot onto the plate, but also we needed to really allow the foot to flex in this area. So that's why we've designed this Flywire system to really allow the first met head to move naturally. So not only do we use Flywire to lock down the boot onto the plate to enhance the agility, we incorporated our dynamic fit technology. So you can see early stages we're exploring kind of a bit of a Frankenstein of an old Hypervenom 1 boot, and you can see this is still early stages of developing the mercurial cuff. Like, this isn't the final version we came up with. The dynamic fit cuff really came from insights from the athlete. They didn't want the boot just to be like a tool on the end of the foot that felt very detached. They wanted it to feel like an extension of the body and kind of like feel like unison with the ankle. So by having this kind of a sock-like one-to-one fit, which we can achieve through our Flyknit, kind of like creating that transition of feeling from your upper body into your lower leg and into your foot, and that also helps to transition the power. But also for the agile player, they really need to understand what their feet are doing. So by having a cuff which extends into the ankle, we achieve something we call proprioception. And that's your body's subconscious ability to understand how other parts of the body are moving. So here, subconsciously understanding how the foot is placed. And then your body can automatically and subconsciously make micro adjustments to really achieve the best agility. But what we really had to do is tune this cuff for the agile player. So you can see the difference between what we were doing with the mercurial and what we were doing with the Hypervenom. We've offset the heel seam. So here you have the tendon, and this is really important for agile movements. And we don't want to interfere with the tendon and cause distraction. We want it to really be able to move freely.
Could you talk me through quickly the plate? It kind of looks like the same stock configuration. Mm-hmm. Did you make any changes there?
So the plate for this was built on years of research and like data-driven design. But take it further, we've used a softer compounded material. So that really allows the plate to move more at one with the foot, like symbiotically with the foot, and allows the player to be more agile and have less distraction underfoot. So the softer compound also really highlights the ability to kind of like use your first met big toe to push off and be agile.
Yeah, so it bends a little more when you push down. That's pretty good. And that was also one of the pointers from the first Hypervenom with the plate perhaps being a little bit too rigid. So you took that.
So we've taken feedback from athletes, taking the insights, as we always do with Nike. It starts with the athlete, and we just put it into the new Hypervenom. Our challenge was, okay, how do we take the benefits of the Nike Skin mesh construction and really fuse that with the benefits of our dynamic fit cuff? So each have their own attributes to benefit this agile player, but how do you really fuse the two together? And we've done it in such a way that if you feel inside the boot, there's just no seams. It's the most seamless boot we've done. So even the way we've configured the eye stay to keep the laces off the foot. It's just perfectly seamless, so that's less distraction, less discomfort, and the player can look less at their feet and really focus on the game ahead of them.
Why Flyknit? Why did you incorporate that on the Hypervenom?
So, as we've discussed the insights of the dynamic fit cuff and how it benefits this athlete through proprioception, we could only really achieve that through Flyknit. So with Flyknit we can knit in 3D. So we can really knit in 3D to conform to the foot and make it fit to the foot and really control the stretch and how it moves with the foot. So even down to the compression, like knits just gives us the perfect amount of compression we can achieve that we can't achieve through any other material. This whole design cycle of the Hypervenom II, a lot of designers touch this, a lot of influences, a lot of like collaboration.
So it's a labor of a lot of love.
A lot of love, obsession, a lot of hours, and we just do it because we love what we do.
Phil, last words. Is there anything you can tell me about the Hypervenom II, the design process, or the boot that I couldn't read or be told anywhere else?
Well, I hope it communicates through the design, the obsession and the hours that have gone into it. Like, not just my obsession, but the team's obsession through the craftsmen in Italy and the developers out in Asia and the rest of the team in World Campus. If you could see how much energy, insights, renditions of a design go into a boot, you may not always see from the final product, but the amount of hours and refinement that goes into the boot, I hope you can see that in the product.